I'm going to have to come in and sign it anyway. So
Not for nothing, but does the clerk have to sign it?
the clerk dissented. Yeah, the clerk doesn't have to sign it on my version, so it just says Jeff.
I'm glad you have your version.
I mean, Jeanette made this up. I wasn't trying to diss the clerk. All right.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Next on the agenda, summer school tuition rate. I turn that over to somebody.
Somebody who knows?
My recommendation on the summer school tuition rate is that we maintain what we approved last year. And I would point out that our policy says that we will offer a summer program, give it a criteria for a certain number of children. We did do that last year. We had almost no response, and a couple of kids that came then didn't pay the tuition anyway. So we've been looking into some other options. There are some other school districts that offer programs. We're undecided yet, but for any program that we offer here, I don't think any raising tuition in this economy is a good thing to do. So I would recommend that we approve the same tuition as we had last year.
And that summer program was remediation, voluntary remediation?
It's remediation in math and reading.
Okay.
Would there be any reason?
We do have to run it for those children with IEPs that require it. There's no charge for that. This is for other children that are...
Is it your opinion that it may provide an incentive for those kids who were on the fence if we were to decrease the tuition?
I guess I would have to defer to
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Would it provide an incentive? Do you think that it might have provided an incentive for those kids who were sort of on the fence about remediation, where it was voluntary, if we were to decrease the tuition?
You know what, not having been here during that time period, I don't know what keeps our parents from doing, you know, for bringing their kids in for the
Carryover.
remediation reasons. I don't typically the sense that
regular
parents
ed summer
don't do
school
it
program.
because of the tuition cost.
No, I think they have plans and they're looking at the whole child, at least at the elementary age, and probably if there was, the gap was huge, I'm sure that they would be having services from special education, so the kids K through 4, no, that is not the reason why they wouldn't show up.
We had it for free until we recently adopted the policy, but what we
Not
found is they
many.
dropped in from time to time. There really wasn't any motivation, and we were trying to collect data to see about the effect. We wanted to raise those kids' scores and show that, you know, the instruction was effective or wasn't effective, and we couldn't tell because attendance was never consistent.
Well, is it presented as a strong recommendation or as an optional thing?
I can tell you that I think the teachers feel very strongly about when they recommend a kid for not my program, but for regular summer school. I think they feel very strongly about that recommendation. It turns out to be, you know, parents responsible for transportation, they're responsible for the payment of the tuition, things like that, and I think you just aren't going to find that connection for, and that's nothing against our parents. I think it's just the connection to summer, living on the island, wanting the chance to just be free. There are requirements of reading over the summer that our students are required to do that then is responded to in the fall, and I think parents focus on getting those kind of projects done, and that's really all they push.
We are discussing changing the hours so that summer school would end at 11, so it wouldn't sort of ruin the day. You know, the ability to go out to lunch or have, you know, go to the beach.
I didn't want to
and maybe there'll be, you know, maybe there'll be more participation. But we're looking into what are the options, and is it worth it for us to hire teachers for 1 or 2 children if there's a neighboring district that offers a program that they use.
Consolidation of services.
Exactly.
Well, then I'd be more than happy to endorse the superintendent's request and would move to accept her recommendation for summer school tuition.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, superintendent's report.
We're also, as part of that recommendation, or, a tuition that you need to approve also is the preschool tuition for next year, because we need to be able to advertise to parents, and again, we're recommending no increase at the preschool level.
We just didn't decide on that, did we? We decided on summer school tuition.
You only voted on summer school tuition,
Okay.
but I'm asking you also to
Right.
approve maintaining the same preschool tuition. This would be the third year in a row for the same amount that we've.
I think we can discuss it, our feelings about it, we can't vote on it, because it's not an
Right. That's what
agenda
I was
item.
saying.
But as long as you know
Okay.
we're,
Okay, because we need to
We'll
be able to
put-
tell
we'll put it
parents
on
to
for
make plans.
15.
Yeah,
I
okay.
see it.
No.
but if we,
If there's a consensus
Yeah.
that you're
Does
inclined
anybody-
not to increase it, then we can.
does anybody have any
Let parents know
objections to, given the economy, not increasing the preschool tuition for next year? No, we have increased it several years. At least 2 years ago, we increased it.
This would be the third year in a row that it would be the same rate.
Is it covering our costs?
No. But we have to run the preschool anyway for our special education students. And then we fill in the slots with regular ed kids at a tuition that's competitive with the local preschools.
Realistically, is it covering our costs? It's a tough question, because we're not hiring additional staff to service the typical
It
kids
brings
that
down,
participate.
it brings down the
Right.
overall cost
It
of
does, it
the
offsets the
pre-K program.
So
But
I
it
would
doesn't.
say it's operating.
Are there any concerns about not raising the preschool tuition?
No.
Okay, I will put it, it can be put on the April 15th agenda for approval, but in the meantime,